Of NMB Takoyaki Party, your favorite podcast about NMB48. This is episode 59. My name is Matt, and I'm on like my 18th strong zero in light of recent developments and news, which I'll talk about later.
Is that counting from yesterday or just this morning?
I don't want to talk about that right
now. So, Japan is like the only country where you can drink by yourself and you're not considered alcoholic.
Yeah. Speaking of not alcoholic, we have Ryan.
Hello. And
how are you doing?
I am on zero strong zeros.
Zero strong zero.
Because they're gonna make it illegal soon.
No, only like one brand of like offshoot. It's like on strong zero. Like they have like the strong. It's like a weird like
something strong. I forgot.
It's like Kleenex or something or like Xerox. It's like a brand name for like death in a can.
Yeah,
it's like the actual technical term, generic term. All right, and we also got Jeff. What's good?
Hey, I'll be drinking later today.
Oh,
probably.
Jeff's breaking quarantine.
Yes.
Again.
I'm going to Shinjuku.
Anyway, we got some news to talk about. We're gonna start off with some pretty big news, and I guess kind of like rather than like give it away right away, we're gonna like go through a whole like chronological like timeline, and that involves Kobayashi Rina, aka Rinachi, the other Rinachi, the one who is still in the group.
Who?
Yeah.
I think she's graduating college, right?
Yeah. So anyway, at 19, that's pretty young. Must be community college, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So this news kind of broke out a couple weeks ago, and what happened is like a TikTok video leaked of her at some establishment.
It's a karaoke bar.
Karaoke bar.
Yeah.
In which she may or may not have been drinking alcohol with various people. And then the karaoke is confirmed, though. She was singing Zetsumetsu.
Really bad, though.
Really badly. And yeah, that definitely like, oh wow, this is messed up. There's a whole lot of bad things going on at this time. And I mean, the news didn't really blow up. Like I don't think like it just kind of like happened. Maybe Batome talked about it, but then it kind of just like died down. But definitely, I think management and staff noticed it. And there were consequences.
Well, let's be clear here, though. Like, the drinking part is suspected, but she denies it.
The karaoke is confirmed.
The karaoke is confirmed, and considering like how badly like they do witch hunts here in Japan, right? For people breaking quarantine. Even though there is no quarantine.
Yeah, there's no quarantine, but it's definitely like
so
you're an idol, you need to be like a role model.
It's just social pressure not to go to like crowded places when coronavirus is still kind of spreading around.
Yeah, and she did this like when was this? It would have been like a month ago or something, right?
Last week of May or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been like still around the time when there was a state of emergency, so it looks really bad. It looked really bad. No one cared though, like except for that Johnny's guy got fired for it, but
yeah, but there's also multiple infractions. So this is like one infraction, but it was like a 3-for-1 kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're burying the lead, right, Matt? So what happened after?
So she got in trouble, and also I guess not to get too ahead, but yeah, she announced graduation at a theater stage performance thing. Can't even call it performance, being too generous. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, our streak of one graduation per podcast is still
lives on.
Lives to another day.
Coronavirus can't stop us.
I was telling you guys, right? Like even before the show, like okay, she's definitely graduating.
Yeah, me and Ryan did a family chicky bet.
Yeah, oh yeah, you owe me one.
I'll give you a family chicky.
Yeah.
So a family chicky bet is it's a delicious fried chicken breast that you can get at Family Mart.
Is it breast? I don't think it's breast. It's
There's no
thigh. It's
bones.
thigh.
It's really juicy for
Yeah, it's really
breast.
juicy.
Yeah.
Comes in all kinds of varieties, and there's spicy, there's cheese, there's like it's all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, I was on the side. Oh, she's not gonna graduate. I was being the contrarian. Ryan's like, does it? No, she's gonna graduate.
Yeah,
I've seen this too many times.
I didn't think it would happen either, but
Really? I thought it was super obvious she was gonna graduate.
no, I didn't think it would be like she would so brazenly come up with a dumb like fake excuse about graduating. Like,
Oh, okay.
so
Well, that's different. That's
Yeah.
different. So technically, okay, let's back up a bit. So technically, her reason for graduating is, oh fuck, did she even say anything? She was like, I have a dream and I will go chase it or something stupid like that.
Becoming a
it was like the most obvious thing ever, and then everyone else just has to like keep the facade. It's like, oh yeah, you totally wanted to graduate by yourself.
Yeah, she says she was thinking about it since the beginning of the year.
Yeah. And she always planned on announcing her graduation on her birthday stage. Very, very obvious lies for $100, Alex.
Very convenient timing.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of like it's kind of an Azusa situation, but not as extreme.
Well, she was never as popular as Azusa. That's number one.
Yeah. But she was like definitely like kind of like, you know, I'm not say a troublemaker, but I think even like when she was like still Kinkyusei, or was like that Purikura photo that leaked when she first joined.
Was there? See, people keep talking about this Purikura thing, and I don't know about it.
Like her with a dude.
I don't think it's a dude. It was like maybe a group or something.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't like an Azusa level thing.
Yeah. And
so when she first joined, like everyone was saying like she was very similar to Azusa, and like in all the ways, right? In the good and bad.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to describe though. Like I guess it's hard to describe without sounding like super misogynist.
Yeah.
Like they gave off the same kind of aura, I guess. Like the super girly gal thing. And she always said like, "Oh, no, I'm not like that." I don't know. Okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was thinking of wanting to graduate, but this like quote unquote scandal like probably pushed her into it. Like,
yeah.
I don't think there's any question. Like, you can be like the most generous. You can be like super generous to her, and still think that like she didn't want to graduate on her own.
Yeah, because like it's kind of like scandal things aren't necessarily the death knell. Like, you know, Milky was like in 3 scandals, but she's also like, you know, way more popular. So it's like it's a weird like like balancing thing where, you know, the more popular you are, the more you can get away with. The less popular you are, the less you can get away with. Yeah,
and if it's something that can be easily hand waved away, then whatever, right? Like there was like what was that? Like the those pictures with like Maichi and Ayatin, and they were not popular. No one cared.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like with this one is, I think this is in general 48G rather than just NMB, is that they're becoming more strict, and the reason that they're becoming more strict is because they're not popular anymore. So now you only have like a limited pool of fans, and like obviously, like especially with this limited pool of fans, it's gonna be like the dudes who care too much about this.
They have nothing better to do.
Yeah. So, which means that you have to be more like you have to cater more to the extreme parts of your fandom, which means that you have to be more strict. It's a stupid like death cycle.
Yeah. They're becoming chica idols.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're above ground still, but you know they're going down. They're going more and more chica.
They're going downstairs.
Yeah, they're going downstairs, and I don't know. To be honest, I'm like super disappointed in her. Like the first time I read about this scandal, I actually found the thread on 5chan, and it was so. Oh my god. I guess that was my reaction. I guess like, fuck. How can you be so stupid?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're gonna be doing anything like you shouldn't be doing, definitely don't bring out cameras.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like her fucking friend did this to her.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like the friend had like no ill intentions. She was like, "Oh, look at us. We're so having so much fun. Yeah."
I mean, use TikTok. That's enough reason.
Yeah.
To be like.
And the thing is, like, they share these videos among their own circle of friends, right? And then eventually, like, something like this is gonna come out. No matter how unpopular she is, like, someone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who's, like, an otaku.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just disappointing. Like, and you could tell like from like all the members' reactions, like other than her own like circle of friends, which is like 2 other people, one of which is already graduating. Like no one could even have like a good thing to say. Like
they just did. We joked about this, but they did the graduation comment.txt.
Last edited by S. Yamamoto. 2016 or something.
No, 2011.
Yeah, Kojirin pulled out the template. Like she couldn't even say anything like genuine.
I only saw like Kojirin, Chihi, and I think Harakara tweet about it.
No, there was a lot more. A lot of members, because a lot of members are chicken too, so they did it as a reply to Rinachi, rather than like their own post.
Yeah.
So if you weren't following Rinachi, then it wouldn't show up on your timeline, for example. But yeah, so and it's like a speed graduation too, so
yeah, like
it's 2 weeks. I think
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really short. Yeah, it's weird. Actually, yeah, she's graduating before like the members who like graduated.
She's graduating before
like,
Natsu, I think, or Rina.
And yeah,
it's like goodbye.
Yeah, it's like kind of scorched earth, get her out as soon as possible.
Yeah, no last events or anything.
Yeah.
Well, she did have. I mean, that's being talking about that. Yeah, she did have like the Zoom call.
Yeah, she did. She did have.
I guess that's where there was again, and I guess there was like some questioning and commenting on it, but not too extreme. It sounded like they go too crazy.
No, the thing is like otaku are chicken. Like I'm gonna tell you this. Like they're all chicken. They're never gonna go like. So there are stories of otaku being assholes to members, right? But then that's like 0.1% of otaku. But most of them will like. It could be like what's like the most obvious scandal ever. Like even Riripon, for example, right? Like that whole thing with her. I will bet you that like out of like I don't know 500 people who went to her, like 490 of them like didn't even say anything.
Yeah. Well, would you say if you were being filmed on camera and like with like 6 dudes, like 6 security guards all surrounding you?
Yeah, but then you still wouldn't like. There's a line that you can't cross, right? You can't just like start cursing at her, but then you could say like you know what, I'm really disappointed in you because blah blah blah. But no one's gonna say that. Like I'm telling you that's the power balance between otaku and members. Like otaku can say all they want on Twitter, but then they're not gonna say it in front of a member.
I mean, it's like that. It's just internet culture in a nutshell.
Yes, exactly. That's internet culture in a nutshell.
Regardless of like being an idol, being a wota,
keyboard warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armchair analysis.
Yeah, but the funny thing with Rinachi that for me is like how insistent she is that like she's graduating on her own terms. And I guess management is just playing along, right? Like giving her that.
Yeah, they're being very generous, giving her a graduation on short notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that I guess that proves that it's not as bad as Azusa, right? Which they didn't give anything.
She just disappeared her.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then let's move on to that. We kind of already talked about this briefly, but yeah. So NMB Theater has reopened. It reopened on the 8th of June. And I think we all like predicted like they were gonna do like no audiences at first by June.
We did predict that they were gonna do no audiences, but we didn't predict that they were gonna go to this extreme lengths.
Like it's not even like stage shows. They're not doing any Team N shows or Team B2 shows. It's literally like, it's basically like
it's a talk show.
Yeah, a talk show essentially, talk event, like what Riona got for her graduation.
Yeah, actually, Riona's was much better than what these guys are getting.
Well, that also had an audience in there too, but but essentially like that kind of. So basically, it's like what they've been doing is just Seitansai, so the birthday stage shows, with the member celebrating their birthday, and then 2 other members. I think he was just close to the member,
socially distanced.
Socially distanced. Also, it's really weird because they're all standing like, so the birthday member's in the middle, and then one member's on the far right, one member's on the far left.
Yeah, they're like 2 meters away from each other. It's so stupid.
And they try to take selfies, so like they have to like stand stand super far in the back.
You need like a wide lens too, right, to get all of them.
But then you can do like the pose, like, oh, it looks like I'm holding the person. They're so small. Yeah, using the perspective. It's just a bunch of birthday shows have been happening, and then also that's where Minachi announced her graduation.
Yeah, so because we haven't had stage shows since like, is it in March or April? February. So there was like a massive backlog of like birthday shows. So they're just going through all of the birthdays. Mm-hmm. And it's still not done. They're still doing it.
Not going. Yeah, and birthdays are still happening too.
Yeah. And then I think the grad stage, which is gonna be I don't know when you're listening to this. By the time you hear this, they'll be done. But those are gonna be the first ones that aren't birthday stages. So we don't actually know what they're gonna be.
Yeah, and those grad stages will be for Natsu, Horimomo, and Rinachi.
Yeah, we already know. I think we already know the 2 members who are appearing along. So.
Yeah, we do.
It's probably going to be very similar, just like more so there's like a video message from other members, and then like one of the guest members reads a letter, and then the other member reads another letter. Speech.
So there's a family letter. I mean, it's the normal birthday pattern, right? Like there's a letter from your family, and then a letter from a friend. And then they get to do a song.
Yeah, that's like, how many songs? It was like 1 song or 2?
Only one.
Only one.
Song.
Yeah.
They choose one.
So the first time they did this, actually, the first birthday stage they did was for Mikana, right? And she was wearing this like awful outfit, and then it was like, oh, wonder why she's wearing that. So I thought that meant like everyone would have to wear that. Apparently, you can wear anything you want.
Yeah.
It could be related to the song that you're gonna be singing. I think that's what Momone wore. She wore like the Hajime Tenehoshi outfit. But yeah, apparently you could do any song you want. Some of them were doing like really stupid songs too.
Like Nijiro Skurikata.
That's what Hasa did.
Right.
Because she had to remind people that she was Yurioshi. Just in case they forgot.
Something they are also doing like with these birthday stages is they're taking like fan art and like comments and messages, and they posted them like on the big like board like on the stage. I think there's like maybe like a dozen or so like pieces of art on those boards for each member.
Do you have your Anchu art ready, Matt?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Then there's also something else they did for the graduation stage that I think it was the other day, but it was like they were doing calls for sending voice messages or voice comments for like Horimomo, Rinachi, Natsu, like Ganbatte.
I'm curious like how that's like, gonna work. I mean, it's like fake calls, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's like I think they're just like gonna take all of them and like put them all together and do like the cheers. Like one of them is like do a yay, and they're gonna put those for like all the shows to kind of simulate the audience experience.
We're gonna play Matt's example right here.
Yay! Yay!
That
like
was
that.
Matt's.
You're
that
gonna
was
hear
Matt,
that. Yeah,
that was Matt's.
If you heard, the dulcet tones of your boy. So stuff like that. Actually, I mean, I did. Yeah.
They do that actually with football, real football. They do that
Like
now.
Soccer football or American football?
Real football. There's only one
Association
football. Association football. Okay. Not the hand egg.
Oh.
So they have like FIFA audits, and then they have like fake cheering. So if someone scores, then they have like the cheering sounds.
And the vuvuzelas.
I don't think they have vuvuzelas in Europe.
That's
10
years
South
ago.
America. Yeah.
Also,
Oh my God.
that would probably like project like particles everywhere.
Oh my God. Are vuvuzelas like retro now?
Yes.
I remember from like
we're
the World Cup from like
South America, yeah.
the third to last most recent World Cup.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
2010 one, I think.
South Africa, yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Anyway, so those stages are happening. Because there's also a couple of solo stages that are going to be happening as well. Nanaho and Kojijin. They had like weird titles for him. Like isn't like Nanaho's unknown.
Yep.
To be
seemed like a placeholder.
It's like anonymous, right?
Yeah. Working title. Like Project Nanaho or something like that.
It's gonna. I mean, they've been doing the Kanmori lives even before the Corona thing. Anyway, so it's a good opportunity to actually have like singing and dancing on the stage.
Yeah,
kind of easing it into there.
Yeah, eventually they might do like 2 people, or they're probably gonna do like a Lapis Arch stage or something. Eventually.
Yep.
Because that's the only important subunit that NMB has.
Just because they're gonna impose an arbitrary limit to.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 people.
3 people limit.
So sorry, guys. You guys can't.
I mean, if you consider like all the staff that are there, you know,
there's more.
That's like the 50. It's like the 50 person limit. Yeah, like I mean, they can only have 3 members in there.
Did you see the photo from Hasa's Seitansai? Oh no, not Seitansai. The YNN stream she did. They were doing like a a Zoom stream, but then apparently all of them were in the same room.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about that too when we get to the actual stream segment.
Yeah.
These remote Zoom calls. They are selling goods for these stage shows. Like you can actually buy they have like a special face towel, like a special like photo album.
They actually have like one special good
and then one special good
per member, which is pretty good actually.
Member designed.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. You can get that stuff if you want to on the new official NMB website, show website or shop website. Okay. Yep, stages are back. Who can say when they're actually gonna get I think it's still stages. This is like what stage? We thought this was stage 1. This is like this phase 1. This is like phase 0 now. I think phase 1 is actually when have a full
stage.
Full stage show.
I think that's maybe. I don't know.
Eventually, month, I don't know. Stuff's getting bad. Yeah. Which I might still be on the right track for earlier than August or no earlier than August or September.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. It's really weird here in Japan right now because you get news about like stuff reopening, and then you get news about like people and. Like it's kind of extreme, right? Then they say, "Oh, maybe they're gonna start like letting fans go watch like baseball games or something," and then you have the other side where, Disneyland's not gonna open or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, the whole thing came out I think after the last podcast, where like the whole the government put out like the chart saying, okay, at this point, like 50% capacity of like stadiums can be done at this point. 50% of live houses can be done.
Yeah,
I was looking at like July. By mid-July, you could have like stadiums, like half stadiums being done.
I think it's they're just worried about social pressure. Like the worst thing that could happen is like someone gets coronavirus from the NMB theater, right? So
yeah, no one wants to be the first.
Yeah. It's a game of chicken. So we'll see how it goes.
Alright. So the next, there's also some news that came out right after the last podcast, and it's like the dumbest news ever, because I think we blame ourselves for hyping it up way more, because it's like, oh, they did the line live stream, like, oh, which usually just, it's the same as this podcast, but it's, just girls instead of dudes.
And it usually comes out at the same time, too.
Yeah, usually, like, a couple days after this one, so if you want the same information, but
with
better,
cute girls.
Just wait, don't listen, just stop listening, come back. Anyway, we were kind of having, there has to be at least like one new announcement or something coming from this. I even like set up this like poll with like little like emoticons. Emoticons for different things. It was like yes or no. It was like, oh, graduation announcement, new single. I don't forget what else I wrote.
Seventh generation.
Seventh generation. Yeah. Music videos being revealed or something. Like I had a little chart like put yes or no, and it was like screaming Anchu face for yes, and then like Sayaka for no or something. I don't know. Anyway, and then what happened was this. So NMB announced again an official TikTok account, and their songs, actual NMB songs, will be included as like songs that anyone can use on TikTok.
Yeah, it was the lamest announcement ever, I guess.
Yeah. No one saw it coming, but also like we should have also completely saw it coming.
I actually looked at the TikTok yesterday, and like none of them have gone viral.
Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately it's still just gonna be NMB fans watching.
Yeah, and it's very obvious too. Like the ones that get a lot of views are like the popular ones. Like the Nagisa one has 4,000 likes, and right beside her is, who the fuck is this? Miki, I think. So 1,000.
Miki's on TikTok.
No, it's the NMB account.
Still, she figured out how to use TikTok. I thought she was like, did she just start like an Instagram?
Miki? I don't think she has an Instagram. Does she have Instagram?
Okay.
Nikki, yeah, she has Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's like very recent. Like she only made it like a couple months ago, because she doesn't know how to use
the coconut one that they posted. The very first one is really cute. You guys should go look at it. And the Mikana one, where she was singing Dorian Shonen.
Yeah, I think I just watched the individual member ones that they post on Twitter.
Yeah. This is why they don't. This is why it doesn't trend, because no one gives a shit.
Yeah, it's very limited audience.
Yeah.
Cause I showed Jeff. I think I showed you like that one.
I forgot.
What?
I forgot to talk about this in the grad stage thing. They announced that you can send fan letters to the members. They have a special email address for them.
Oh, because that's like email, not.
No, and for gifts, they announced that for fan letter, like actual letters, they said that if they start accepting them again, they will accept for these members, because usually they will say like the members' last day is this day, and then anything that you send after this day will not be accepted. So they made special exception for graduate members. Yeah. I guess that's fair, but this is the times we are living in.
Yep. Anyway, speaking of TikTok, I guess we have some like kind of unfortunate news regarding TikTok in NMB with member Manatii.
Yeah.
So she closed or like kind of like didn't delete it, but she closed like her TikTok account, disabled comments or something, due to rampant bullying. like, bad comments from anti.
I don't think it was. I'm not. So I didn't see the original comments before it was closed, but I think somebody posted saying it was like one particular comment that was like, "Oh, your videos aren't funny," like or something like that.
Or you're not cute or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I think she like had like a breakdown on Showroom like
Yes.
afterwards.
She was actually talking about one specific comment. She was saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not cute," or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is, terrible thing to do on like, what is she, like 13 years old or something?
14.
Yeah, she's really young too. It's like,
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, should you be allowing such young members to have TikTok accounts?
I mean,
isn't like minimum is
TikTok is a Zoomer thing, so
yeah.
But I think even Japan has like a weird, like, I think like junior high schools aren't allowed to have like any kind of social media.
I think that depends on school, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, private schools probably don't allow you to have like Twitter until you're in college or something. So
yeah, she's 14 years old. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
she'll be. Oh, her birthday's on July 4th. She's American. She'll be 15.
She's gonna be 15.
Yeah, in a week.
I mean, especially here in Japan, there was this big thing with the pro wrestler who killed herself.
Kimura Hana or whatever.
Yeah, and like cyberbullying like that has become like a big thing, and
yeah,
and even still, you fucking do something like this, you must be insane, because like they want to sue the people who did that to Kimura Hana.
Yeah. And they even like, yeah, I mean, because also like it shut down like the whole Terrace House.
They canceled the show.
They canceled it, yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, yeah, Netflix or whoever's really pissed off about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would think, right, like with news coming out about that, like, the insane people on like 5chan or Twitter would like stop, but they no, they learn nothing they learn nothing from this. Like, I don't know how you get off on like bullying like a 14-year-old girl. You know what? Some of these people, obviously, there were like complete assholes who just want to hurt people, but then some of them, like I honestly, I've met some of these people that like they think that they are like doing the girls a favor by
tough love.
Yeah, but like I'm giving her advice. I want her to be better. It's like, no, fuck you.
There's a correct way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So like in my entire like otaku career or whatever, like I made it a point to never be like one of those kinds of guys. Like, even if you have a complaint about the member, like, there's no point in saying it, because number one, they won't listen to you, and number two, right, like, pretty much any complaint you have, they probably have heard about it. Right? They know about it. And that they're not trying to improve or whatever means that, there must be a reason, or they don't care. Like, it's different from, like, for example, like Matt tells Anchu, "Hey Anchu, could you play, you suck at video games." versus I don't think Dragon Quest is a good game for you. You should play Mario or something, right? There's a different way of saying it. She gets really depressed. She gets really depressed about like people on her chat like telling her she sucks.
Yeah.
And sometimes people think that they're joking with her, right? Like, "Oh man, you suck. Why did you jump off that platform?"
Yeah, I think there's a problem, like, because like it's a performance kind of thing. Like, when you're under a lot of pressure to like kind of be good, because that's the thing. Like with game streaming, is you want to be, you have to be really good or to be really entertaining. And I think people like the entertaining part. I think she brings the entertainment.
Yeah.
But people confuse like that with lack of skill.
Well,
there's like the whole.
I think she does lack skill though.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, then there's also like the Game Center CX. There's a Reno.
Yeah,
and like he sucks at games too, but it's like,
what? I tried telling
Anchu that, like, that's kind of your gameplay style kind of reminds me of Arino.
Yeah,
and I don't think she.
You know what? I think the popularity of Game Center CX has actually like had a negative effect on game streaming, because Arino can take it, right? And
yeah, he's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
He has thick skin.
And he actually and you can tell sometimes he does it on purpose because he fucking sucks.
Yeah, he play it up. Yeah,
he's been doing this for like 15 years or something, and he still sucks. So that's not possible. So because like he built this kind of culture where like
he has this persona that he's bad at games.
Yeah. And then, so if you're a fan of Game Center CX, you're actually like supposed to watch it and say like, holy shit, I could do better than you, right? And then, so people bring this mindset to like other people, like someone like Anchu or whoever, and then it's like, oh wow, you suck at games, and then she gets hurt by it,
and then she like hasn't streamed for like a week.
Yeah,
but I think that also may be due because she streamed for fucking like 10 hours straight the last 2 weekends. So.
You know what? I'm pretty sure like management probably said something to her about that.
Yo, you need to chill.
Yeah. She did a 10-hour stream.
Twice.
Starting at 10 p.m.
until like 8 a.m. and then she had the Zoom call like 2 hours later.
Yeah. And
then she did another one like the next day from like it was like afternoon to night. It was like 6 hours or 9 hours or something.
I'm pretty sure someone told her like, you know, like calm down.
Yeah, I think she was probably some kind of gimmick. She was trying to like build up like audience or something. But her like it didn't. I mean, going on kind of a tangent, but she's like still only having like about 250, maybe 300-ish viewers.
Yeah, I mean, she has like the dedicated group of people, and she's not building, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, her numbers on she's like a 14.9K now.
Yeah, it goes 14, up really slowly.
Yeah. Wait, 14. I thought it was 18. Anyway.
Yeah, it's 14,900.
I mean, that's NMB in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyways, don't bully idols.
Don't bully idols. Don't bully anyone. Really, that's
except Matt. You can totally bully.
Fuck
him.
You.
Send your hate mail to Matt.
Yep. Send it to at FrownDog06 on Twitter. And I'll read all those comments.
I block so many people. Like I nothing to do with like criticism or whatever, right? If you just tweet about stuff that I don't care about, I'll block you.
Okay. All right. So next stuff we got here is some comeback. Yeah, comeback stuff. A lot of stuff.
I mean, yeah. So we talked about like stuff slowly reopening.
Yeah. So theater reopening. Now we got some radio show, Jungle Radio.
Yeah.
Long running NMB radio show.
Yeah. Is reopening.
Jeff, talk about that.
They can go back to the studio, like record with glass panels in between them.
I think they do they still haven't come back to Rajikodo. You know that one? The Wednesday one.
No, I just listened to it this week.
Oh, Rajiko?
I don't know if they recorded remotely, but
oh, okay, so that's back too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And Teppen Radio never actually went away.
Because they had enough like backlogged.
Yeah, I guess they had enough backlog, and then when they restarted recording, so they didn't miss anything, which is good. I mean, there's not much to say. Like it's a radio show.
And also, I guess not coming back. The opposite of coming back and ending. Nagisa Radio Show ending. What was it even called? It was just called Nagisa Radio.
No, it's My Morning.
It's not even her radio show.
No,
she's just on for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's this one's funny because it's like a morning radio show, right? It's the one, so I think in the US or something, right? Like morning radio is like a really big thing because like you listen to it while you're commuting to work.
Get your Glenn Beck on and your Howard Stern.
Yeah, but it's not a thing in Japan because no one actually drives.
Well, I guess not maybe not in Tokyo.
Yeah, but even still, right? There's no morning radio concept.
Only the Tokyo market matters.
Commuters, maybe.
Oh well, yeah, only Tokyo market matters. I mean, even in Osaka, no one drives in Osaka either. So, anyways, so it's not a thing. But then there is a radio morning radio, and then Nagisa does used to do a weather corner. Remember the whole thing with Nagisa where when she used to do the weather on Twitter? So that actually turned into like a radio gig. And then they gave up the radio thing. So she just like does a guest spot on it. And she's even absent like half the time.
Yeah, Walk Up Home took over a few times recently.
Usually it's actually Suzu, and then they alternated between Suzu and Wakapon. But Nagisa came back recently, and we know why she came back recently. It's because the show is ending. So yeah, no more radio.
Another one in the radio graveyard.
Yep. I miss Monster Radio. Best NMB radio show.
Okay, let's see. Next is the Face Sosenkyo, everyone's favorite contest. Most important
legitimate
most
contest.
important news.
Yes.
Yep. Get fucked your Twitter Sosenkyo.
Did we talk about this last month?
Face Sosenkyo?
Yeah.
We talked about not on the show.
Oh, okay.
I think this was after. Yeah, I think it was after.
No, we didn't talk about like
this...
it happening. No. Anyway, whatever. Yeah.
Did it? Was that part of the Mikana glow up stuff?
Well, now we are.
Well, now we're talking about it now, so we should just go through
the results. The results, at least. I think we already talked about it was happening, but not the results.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
Mikana world champion.
The Mikana train is rolling on. She got like 15th place. Unfortunately, she lost to Jirina and what's her face? What's her name? Katomina.
Oh yeah, Minami.
Yeah.
Wait, that's weird. It's like a weird it's been just gone for the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like a weird like fan.
Yeah, it's a fan vote thing. It's a fan vote thing.
Through some like magazine website.
No, it's a radio show. It's nothing, right? It's a stupid like radio show thing that I don't know how it became popular, but then now people care because they write news articles about it.
Yep.
So it's like a Nogizaka thing because this radio show has like Nogizaka members on it, so only Nogizaka members win. But it's good that Mikana got in 15th place. So which is like she's not even NMB Senbatsu. So well, she was, but not right now.
Was the one that was last year that Yuri got?
Yuri got 6th place for 2 years. So shit, what was it? I think it was like she was 13th, then 6th, then 6th. Yeah,
so it seemed like gotten like a strong support in like the last recent couple of years.
Yeah, I mean it's a sign of like being popular towards a certain subset of fans.
Yeah, the weirdos.
But yeah, I mean it's good for her that she's getting noticed. Oh, and the voice Sosenkyo is supposedly like you do a Sosenkyo for idols that you like their face. So the idea is like, not if it's
all looks.
It's all looks. It doesn't. It's the looks Sosenkyo actually. I call it the face Sosenkyo as a joke, but it's about like how who's the prettiest basically.
I mean that's the Japanese name, right? Like face only.
Yeah, it's Kaodake Sosenkyo.
Now the next piece of news is kind of from graduated member news. The Queen is back. Not actually in NMB, but she's back with some new events.
She's never coming back to NMB.
Hey, she came back last year.
Doesn't count. Speaking of which, I got some email from her right now.
Fair enough. It might be talking about this, which is the Sayaka Yamamoto Cerebration 2020. This will be Celebration 2020.
Celebrate good times.
Yeah, so Celebration with an L, of an R instead of an L. Anyway, it's her birthday, July 14th, and she's doing like a concert, like a live concert, but it's being streamed online, so it's not an actual physical concert.
Do you have to pay for it?
You have to pay for it. It costs 3,500 yen.
Holy shit!
It's like half of a normal Sayaka Yamamoto concert.
Oh my god!
And half as good.
But you can sit during it though.
You can sit. Yeah, so it's gonna be twice as good.
Are you gonna watch this because you don't have to stand in the live house?
That's actually a good point.
I have a standing table, so I could technically stand during it.
Simulate the experience.
Yeah.
You just need to invite some people into your apartment so you have the
so you have the uncomfortable pushing
mosh
around.
Pit.
Yeah.
Well, right now I guess I think it's locked behind the fan clubs for ticketing or whatever.
Is it? I mean, they have to open it
links.
Eventually, right? I mean, there is no limit.
Yeah. But it's gonna be done through the service called Stream Pass, which I think is just some weird proprietary stream stuff. Fan Stream and Stream Pass are the two services that are gonna be distributing the concert. So it's not like YouTube or Nico Nico. It's just some other thing.
Oh, they're accepting requests. Should we vote for something really stupid like Imanaraba?
Free Bird.
No, Imanaraba. the Milky
Trying to get
song.
Saya Milky.
I mean, she wrote the song.
Anyway, that's happening, and so the only reason I brought that up just because I will actually pay for it. I wonder this could be a kind of step in the a preview of things to come, assuming if NMB actually goes through with 10th anniversary. I don't know if they'll actually get that far, but I can see a 10th anniversary. If they want to actually do it this year, it could be over stream, and I'll be really disappointed if they do that.
It'll be fucking stupid. Imagine them being in Kyocera Dome or something, right? With no fans.
Completely empty.
Yeah. It's a massive shit show, I think.
I'd rather them cancel it and do it next year than do that.
See, people should take my advice. Let's forget 2020 happened. It's 2021.
Cancel it, postpone it to next year, just like the Olympics.
Yeah, and then everything is now next year.
Yep.
We reset everything, so Riona has to come back, and then
Rina doesn't get her scandal.
Yeah. And we all have to act surprised when Riona announces her graduation.
Or is it like a Groundhog Day scenario where just
it just starts again?
Hey, we have to go to the guidance show again. You can actually go to it this time, Ryan. You don't have to go to your trip.
Yeah. Okay, I'm all for this. Let's do it.
Let's reset the clock.
Yeah.
On 2020.
Yeah. I'm actually just interested in getting Riona back.
And seeing her go.
See her go again.
But yeah, so there's that. Oh, also, I guess at this point, this row. It's kind of only slightly related. Is so AKB did some song.
What's it called? Shit, we didn't even look it up.
Even when apart. Even when apart.
Okay.
And
I thought it was
like
Don't Touch Me or something.
Don't Touch Me. That's like the Space Ghost, the Cartoon Planet show, song. Don't touch me. I'll show you a link to that later. I'll put that later. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Even When Apart is an AKB song, and essentially it's Corona virus.
Yeah, 3 months late.
3 months late, kind of hey, cheer everyone up. They kind of did the same thing in 2011 with the earthquake and tsunami. With the
you know what? They could have done this 3 months ago and become relevant. But then in AKB fashion, they have to do something 3 months later where now no one cares.
They're the Kotaku slowpoke meme.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of telling people to quarantine when the government is telling people not to quarantine?
Yeah.
Hey, all those social distancing stickers are still everywhere.
Yep.
This is the future.
Hand alcohol at the door whenever you
go
new way
of life.
Anywhere.
Yeah. It's never gonna end. So you have to get used to it.
Yeah, the only relevant thing about this is they brought back the original Kami 7 minus Mayuyu plus Sashi and plus
See, I told you guys we should have talked about Mayuyu. See, now we have to explain this.
We just
No, we didn't. Yeah, we just did.
We just did.
Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, Sayaka's in this video. This seems kind of random that she was in there, but
Why is it Milky in this video?
yeah, why is Milky in this?
I mean, Sayaka's a singer, so she's probably the most qualified to be in
That's
it.
probably why I actually brought her in. They need someone to actually carry the song.
Actually sing? Why, you think like Shinoda Mariko is a good singer?
She just showed her dog on the camera the whole time. But
so I thought it was really funny when you made was it you, Matt, or Andy made a comment where it's like, what's sad about this song is that I know more people in the Zoom streams than the actual members.
So all the graduated members just filmed themselves singing in their home.
Yeah.
And then the actual AKB was singing, right?
Yeah, they're singing and they're riding the train, going to the theater, or having a meeting with something. It's like Yoka Yui
wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask, yeah. But the thing I put is the only members I recognize are the ones who graduated.
Yeah. Okay. See, that was your thing. I thought that was a really, really good descriptor of
hot take.
Current. No, it's not a hot take. It's a really cold take. It is what AKB is right now. Who the fuck are these people? Remember that joke that got Nagisa in trouble?
Yeah, who's
Ogura Yui, and then
yeah,
and people actually got really angry at Nagisa for it, but it's true. Who the fuck is Ogura Yui?
Yeah.
The fact that Nagisa is way more popular than Ogura Yui, and it's not like Nagisa's super popular.
Not sure about that.
Really?
It depends on among who.
Yeah, who are you talking to?
If you go out in Tochigi and then you ask 1,000 people, who do you know who Shibuya Nagisa is, or do you know who Ogiri Yu is? What are the odds that you can get someone that knows who Nagisa is versus someone who knows who Ogiri Yu is? And you can't go to Adrian's house.
he only knows Nagisa anyway. So that'll work in your favor. I think what I would do when explaining, because I'd have to do this a couple times where I talk about my favorite, because I can't always say Anchu because no one knows who the fuck is Anchu.
Yeah.
I say, oh yeah, I like Nagisa. She's on Toriniku.
Yeah.
No, Nanoniku. And I know that show. Yeah,
Right.
That's kind of the issue. That's kind of the same thing with Sayaka. You just say Sanbyaku Rokujugo Nichi if you want to talk about Sayaka, because they may not know who she is, but they know that song.
See, I mean,
to the average,
both of them. I mean, person. Nagisa is not a household name, of course, but because she has a national TV show and she has a prominent role in it, so she's most likely. I mean, I'm 99.99% sure that she's more popular than Ogiri.
Yeah, to average. I think it's to say to the average Japanese person.
I'm talking about the average person, right? Obviously, Ogiri Yui sells more CDs or whatever.
Yeah,
and she has a better rank in Sosenkyo. That's for all you people who care about Sosenkyo. Shout out. The fact that when they released that song, the only thing people could talk about was oh my god, Ah-chan's back with AKB.
Yeah.
She looks really different.
Yeah, and she looks really weird. What the hell?
I didn't really recognize them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that, and that's the only thing they could talk about. That just shows the AKB has already peaked.
Yeah, it totally overshadowed or undermined the whole.
Yeah.
What they were going for.
I mean, I think that's what they were going for anyway.
It's no one else is gonna watch this.
Yeah.
And I think because they're just selling the song individually, so actually it does go to the proceeds go to.
Wait, are you saying about iTunes or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
iTunes. I think it's being sold. Yeah, I don't think it's because they don't have a single or anything to put it on. So, because the same thing as that the Tsunami song.
Yeah. What's the title? Don't touch me.
I think it's Hanarete Itemo.
Hanarete Itemo. Oh, okay.
Don't touch me.
It's even one apart. Is the official English title, because I also get it auto translated to on YouTube.
Haishin Gente Hanbai. Okay, they're selling it digital.
Next. This is up Jeff's wheelhouse.
There's a bunch of random collaborations going on with NMB.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This would have been so. This would have been
this
so
block.
good if there was no Corona. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, like 10th anniversary NMB, like with so many collaborations.
Yeah.
Well, I think some of them are like, I'm not sure how many were planned before already, or how many are like they're doing now because they want work outs that can be done online. But
yeah, probably a bit of both.
Yeah, probably a bit of both. But like there are some really obvious ones that were planned like a long time ago.
Yeah. So anyway, first there's this really popular mobile game called Lords Mobile. It's like you build a little castle and like raise an army, and you can go attack other people's castles.
Is it like Clash of Clans? I mean, I don't even know what Clash of Clans is.
Kind of. But... I don't know. All I know about Clash of Clans is the commercials.
Me too.
But I think so, yeah. So 4 members are playing: Chihi, Ayan, Yukitsu, and Shion. And basically what you do is like you have to click a link that they tweeted out and download the game, and you'll get registered for this event where like you join their guild also, and then like at the end of 2 weeks, whoever is the top 10 in like the top 10 players in the ranking are based on like their army strength and all that, are gonna win like a signed clear file or some random gift.
Oh my god, that's all you're gonna get?
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Well, mobile games are pretty lame, so
yeah, I mean obviously
play lame games win lame prizes.
This whole thing, like and like Lord's Mobile is obvious, typical like money grubbing, free to play, pay to win game.
Oh my god! I'm sorry.
There's like no NMB like flavor to this other than the fact that the members are playing together in your guild, and like occasionally you go on raids together with them. That's it.
And like I know like some of them, like I know Ayan keeps tweeting about it, so she's taking it really seriously. As with everything, as with everything,
she probably bought like the strategy guide from GameStop on how to win this game.
She bought the like special pack of items to like.
She probably bought like $1,000 worth of like iTunes cards, so
upgrade her castle as quickly as possible.
She's a power gamer.
I'm gonna be playing it for like 4 more days and then deleting it from my phone.
Is that when like the promotion ends, or you can't take it anymore?
Both. It's when it ends.
Okay. So that's only for the month of June they were doing that. Okay. So there's that. So I guess you've betrayed the Mahjong game.
Yeah. That I only play that when Chihi is doing something.
Yeah. I guess I will mention that real quickly, that Anchu was playing the Mahjong game on her stream, but she had to block out like the other players she was playing with these squares.
I think it was too hard. Like she had to stop doing it.
She
deleted the archive, right?
She deleted the archive. She couldn't have the background music playing, so she started like singing herself, and it was like boom 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 boom.
Oh, I saw this. Like Matt actually got like smacked by Anchu.
Unofficially, I clipped it, and posted it, and then she like subtweeted, "Hey,
Watashi Kanji
to the person, bad Watashi Kanji."
You got bad Watashi Kanji.
Like, Omae Kanji.
It's the kind of Watashi Kanji you actually don't want to get.
Omae wa mo shinderu kanji.
Anyway, that's up there. Well, it's not up there anymore, but she did like, it's like, gosh, Shogunai, and then she like uploaded her own version of it. Like it's a black screen and it's like 10 seconds long. Because everyone liked it. Everyone liked that whole. That was the highlight of the whole stream. Just them singing the dumb song. It's more interesting than the fucking Mahjong. I can tell you that much.
Hey, it's a ancient game of deep strategy. You just need to learn how to read kanji.
And sick beats. And with the random like vocal sample, and it's like Sugi no Kyoku wa Kase, and it was all over. Sha. Next, more collaborations. NMB in round one. Round one, popular game center arcade chain around Japan. And they're doing like a series of talk events. I think they said they're doing 10 of these events over the course of a few weeks. But it's not exactly. It looks like it's like an online thing using round one net or whatever.
Yeah,
their streaming thing.
You go to the location and then like you either play bowling and you can watch the live stream on the bowling monitor.
Yeah.
Or do karaoke.
Yeah. And watch it on the karaoke monitor.
I was thinking, like, what if you just go and find some other group of people who paid for it on the bowling and just watch?
Just hang out with them.
So, yeah, you could tell, like, this round one thing, right, is supposed to be, like, some big event, right? Because they're going to go around, like, 10 locations and then do, like, events and stuff. Like, I'm imagining that they would have done, like, an actual, like, bowling event with otaku inside the thing, but they had to change it.
Yeah, they used to do that a long time ago, right? With like
with round one actually.
Nagiichi virginity time, 2012 era.
Yeah, that's when NMB was at its heyday.
Some might say it still is in its heyday. It's never been a better time to be an NMB fan.
I mean, they're bringing out all. They were bringing out all the big guns for 10th anniversary.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, this feels like it was probably an event that was planned. Like I think last year they were going to do. Okay, next we got. Oh, should talk about this when we're talking about Mahjong. But Yoshimoto Mahjong channel. Is this YouTube?
No, it's on this like weird independent streaming platform.
Okay.
I watched a bit of it yesterday.
Owned by Yoshimoto.
Yeah, so basically, like in place of Saipi's Mahjong show, I think Yoshimoto basically got 2 members, then they got them to play Mahjong against 2 other like Yoshimoto comedians, and they just use the like free software Mahjong Soul.
And, is it free? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Mahjong Soul is free. I only watched a little bit. Seems alright. It's just there wasn't any like Mahjong coach like there was with Saipi's show.
So you'd have to be like an actual like Mahjong expert to understand what's happening.
Yeah, or like you're a big enough fan of these members or the comedians.
Oh. Okay, that means I'm never gonna watch this show.
All right, moving on to more stuff that Ryan will never watch.
So yeah, what's his collaboration YouTube channels?
I think Ryan knows more about
They're what is They're management company that focuses on YouTube, like social media, whatever.
Streamers and influencers.
Yeah, so like the most famous YouTuber in Japan is the founder of Hikakin. Yeah, it's his company. So they did a tie-up with Yoshimoto, basically, like, you know, to expand on this kind of media. And people were, when it was announced like a couple of months ago, and when it was announced, people were wondering like, oh, I wonder what how this would affect NMB. Well, I guess we're finding out now.
Yeah, so a couple more members got YouTube channels. Like last month we mentioned Rikati, right?
Yeah, and Saipi.
And then now like Sada no Haruka and Yamasaki Amiru both got YouTube channels.
So and they're kind of like doing their specialty on these shows.
Yeah.
Like, so Amiru's like doing like song covers, and Haru doing like ballet covers.
Sure. I mean, she's doing the same. Ballet? She's doing the same thing that she used to do on Twitter, right? She's just on YouTube. Or is it different?
Okay. I haven't watched it actually.
Oh, okay. I think Amirun, she gets lucky. Like she might have a hit on her hands because there's a lot of like song only YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she has a good voice, so
Yeah, and she's covering like, really, really popular songs.
yeah, exactly.
So
there's
algorithms might help.
there's a show title YouTuber called Lefty Hand Cream, and she's a much better singer than Amirun, but she's like really popular. And she only does covers. And the only reason I know she exists is because Yuri showed up in her album.
Oh, I didn't know she was only covers.
Music video. Yeah, she's only covers. She doesn't do original songs. Right. So if like Amirun gets lucky. Wait, does she? Let's see. Oh man, Anchu doesn't follow anyone. not even the other NMB members. I was thinking of like jumping to the other members.
I thought she has Sayaka and Akarin.
Yeah, she has Sayaka, Akarin, and NMB, and that's it.
That's probably like from that era, I think. So anyone who joined after, it's like fuck you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Amirun has 4,500 followers. I mean, she's starting out. I guess that's fine. She gets more views than Anchu though.
I mean, it's easier to watch a 4-minute song cover than like an hour-long stream.
That's true.
10-hour Apex stream.
10-hour
Apex. I can't even watch 10 seconds of Apex.
Oh my god, like Sadano Haruka, sad. Oh my god. Her videos are like 30 seconds. I don't even know why she needs to do this on YouTube.
It's
post it on Twitter.
She wants to get on the algorithm.
But it's a 30-second video. You can't even monetize that.
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to get into the corner of ballet YouTube or whatever.
What the? Is there ballet YouTube?
I'm sure there's an everything YouTube.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
like it's this new rule of the internet.
Yeah, there's like my favorite YouTube rabbit hole is the grocery haul YouTube channels.
What?
People go to the grocery store and then they bring back and they record themselves like, hey, this is what I got from the grocery store, and like they open up. It's like an unboxing with both groceries.
And that's it.
And
that's
reviews.
it. And they talk about it. And
I went to Target and I bought this.
Yeah, and they explain why. Like, oh, I got 2 Snicker bars. I know I'm on a diet, but sometimes you gotta treat yourself. So I got 2 of them.
It's not even like special limited like colored Oreos.
It's literally normal. I went to the grocery store like the other unboxing for grocery.
I guess it's like the mukbangs from Korea, but with like shitty American junk food.
For groceries. You should get in on that, Matt. Like I bought Japanese groceries. Look at all the strong zero I bought.
I mean, you know all the travel YouTubers who go to like Japan and go to all the konbini and like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, like this onigiri, this tuna onigiri changed my life.
Yeah. You won't believe what happened. Like the thumbnail, it's like a guy. And it's all like a mosaic, like rice ball.
Yeah. American goes to convenience store and you won't believe what happened. Then part 31 or something.
I'll say the legitimately good one is the Marble Race YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's surprisingly entertaining.
Yeah, well they did like build like these like actual like race tracks like in the road, like in the mud,
and
then they roll marbles down the tracks, and they have like commentary and everything like an actual like horse race. Like they even have like dumb like horse names for like the
marbles.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it's pretty legit. Anyway, that's my YouTube hellhole. Let's go to Jeff with Rec.
Yeah, so this is like a Rec, spelled REC period, is like a internet radio app, or I guess podcast if you were a Westerner.
Ooh.
Also run by and then like Chihi decided to start a radio show.
I saw it was like 9 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess people record like short radio shows on it. She's planning to release 2 episodes a week, and she called it idol no urabanashi, so like behind the scenes of being an idol. So she's just gonna talk about random things, like she's gonna take questions about, like, what do you want to know about being an idol. Second episode, she talked about where her nickname and her catchphrase came from, how it was decided.
I mean, I'm gonna ask like some really obvious questions, like what's the difference between using this and using YouTube?
Different audience.
One's for boomers.
Does it have an app?
Yeah, it has its own app, and it seems like a very small audience right now. So like Chihi with like 1,000 listens got into like the hot and like new and up and coming streamers already.
Yeah, Chihi's thing is like on the recommended ones.
The first episode has 1,700.
I mean,
yeah.
whatever. I mean,
like and subscribe.
This is the internet, right? You don't really know what gets popular. Like fucking TikTok, I didn't know. I thought it was some stupid thing. Then apparently it's like the biggest thing now.
It is a stupid thing, and it is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
it's both.
And it has ruined at least one idol's life.
Well, I mean, yeah, 2 at least. Made one cry and made one get fired. So.
Oh, okay, that's true. Fucking TikTok.
Okay. So next, I'll talk about this. So Anchu did a play recently, and it's kind of like the announcement and when it happened was like a very short window. It was like a week long. Like she announced like a week ago. So he said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this play. It's gonna be streamed. It's called Love Later. Is what it's called. And I guess it's a pun or play on words, love letter. And so I paid money for this. It's a paid stream. It's like 1,500 yen, and it's on a special like Yoshimoto. It's for the Yoshimoto like ticket website, I guess, if you were gonna like buy for it.
It's Funny, right?
The Funny?
Yeah, it's probably. There's only one Yoshimoto. It's like the color pink. It's color pink or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, like for it was Yoshimoto site, like basically where you'd get like if you were gonna go watch a gaming show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and it was actually, I guess, performed at the Grand Nama Grand, so actually the actual big Yoshimoto theater.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I thought it was just gonna be like a recital, like a script reading, because that's like what some other recent play productions were, like Shihi. But actually it was a full like play production, but there's only like a 2-member cast. There's Anchu and this other guy, and it was actually a pretty interesting idea. So it's like a weird like time flip thing kind of thing. So like Anchu's like writing a letter in the past, and the guy found the letters in the box, and he's reading it out loud, and it kind of shifts between them as like she's reading it out loud, the guy's reading it, but then it takes really dark turns. So she's like all like lovey-dovey. Then I guess the guy she was writing to, they actually got married and she got pregnant, and then she's like really frustrated with being pregnant because like going through hormones and all that crap. Then the baby is born, and she gets really annoyed by the baby crying every night, so she gives it some medicine to make it go to sleep, but then it never wakes up. So then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this in a box and never think about it again." And then the guy is like reading it as he's like finding out, and he sees like there's 2 boxes in his room because I guess she was like moving out of her house or something. That's where he found the letters, and he's about to open the box, and then Anchu comes back. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot something," and then he's like, "Wait, what are you doing here?" And then eventually he texts the box that the baby was supposed to be in, but it was no baby. And it actually was a letter from her husband, I guess, who's like sick, and I guess got really sad. So basically it's a huge like tone shift going all over the place. But it's definitely really interesting. It's only an hour long.
So
well, I'm not gonna watch it anymore because you just spoiled it.
Watch. Yep, I did it for you. Also, I think you only had like a couple days to watch it anyway. Like it was a very short window.
I wonder how much money they made out of it.
Yeah, because there was only like 110 viewers I saw in there. There's a live stream, and there was a live chat, but no one was chatting, which I was kind of.
I mean, if it's 100 and it's paid, it's 100 paid, right? I mean, that's not bad. Like,
and it was like 1,500 per each, so yeah, that's like what, a couple, 100,000.
Yeah.
Yen or something.
I wonder how much Anchu got paid. Maybe like.
Yeah, because also you have the weird Yoshimoto cut.
Yeah. Probably
and then
got
after
like
that show,
500
there
yen
was
or something.
Yeah, and after the show, there was like a whole like little like after talk thing with the director of the play came out and they all chatted. And that was like maybe like 5-10 minutes. She did write about it in her Mobame. Like she's like, oh, I really missed doing plays and stuff. So it's kind of like this weird like nostalgic feeling.
She actually writes Mobame? I thought she did.
She did. So she did it for like 3 weeks, and then she wrote one like a couple days ago, and then she wrote one like last night. And it was kind of just talking about it. So it's weird. Like the last Mobame she did like before that was like to talk about how much she's a garbage monster. It's like neat, and then I think it was like Bunshun or whatever. Nito Bunshu. Talking about how she's like a garbage monster. A neat gomi. But yeah, that was that. A play.
I mean, yeah, you might see a lot more plays like this in the future.
It's the future of art, the future of plays. Speaking of plays, Nanaho, I guess, has a play coming up.
Yeah, she just got announced that she'll
breaking news.
She'll be in a play at the end of August, and it's supposed to be actual. It has a cast of like 10 people, and at a real theater. So, but they have no news about whether there will be an audience. So yeah, it might be streamed like this. We'll see. No other details really.
Yeah, probably paid.
Yeah, I mean it's related to Yoshimoto, so
yeah, they gotta get paid.
It's definitely gonna be paid. Just like the question is like whether they will let people in or not.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so then let's talk about some of the proper produced play stream productions that happened in the past month. First one I'm going to talk about is Overcooked, which was on Anchu's channel. And so if you guys don't know, Overcooked is like a cooperative multiplayer game where you're doing cooking, like you're like, chopping up ingredients, cooking ingredients, and making dishes like hamburgers and fish and chips and tacos and stuff.
We should say that like these are the streams that we picked up because we think that they're interesting.
We like them.
Yeah,
interesting.
But they do a lot of them.
Yeah. So this is a 4-player. So there's Anchu, Shion, I think Yuuka.
No, it's Marin. Anchu, Shion, Marin, and
Marin?
No. Sorry. It was Marin.
Marin is on Animal Crossing.
It's Yumin, and Kotone.
Kotone, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got it mixed up with Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. The Animal Crossing one was boring. Don't watch that shit.
Yeah.
As someone who likes Animal Crossing, don't watch that shit. It's really fun. I mean, that joke had a moment, but yeah. Overcooked though was really funny just because like Shion was like, so they all like have the characters
so
like all
much,
dressed up.
Yeah.
So she's dressed as a panda, and she just kept on like throwing stuff like out like on the ground or off the map, and like Anchu kept on getting like so mad at her, like
I think
cursing the panda.
Of the 4 of them, I think Anchu and Yumin had experience with the game, and then the other 2 were like, oh, you have a Switch? Okay, you can join.
Yeah.
But at least like Kotone wasn't like fucking up like Shion.
But it was really funny though watching. Like,
I mean, this goes back to the gaming streaming discussion, like being skilled versus entertaining.
Yeah, and yeah, to be fair to Shion, because of how much he fucked up, it became quite entertaining.
Yeah, like a running joke.
Yeah.
And just suddenly she was like, Panda! Go. Because I'm calling her the Panda because she's the Panda character. And that's a game where, that's like the appeal of Overcooked. It's just like the chaos that happens and like how like when stuff starts going wrong, it goes wrong really quickly. Like kind of like a domino effect.
I wish they would do more of it actually. Yeah. Like it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin more friendships between members.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Overcooked was really good. Check that out. That's on YouTube. It's on Anchu's channel.
Yeah.
All right. Next we got Mikanart. So Ryan's excited about this. a resident Mikana fan.
Number 1, I'm not a Mikana fan. Number 2, I didn't even finish this one.
Spoken like a true Mikana fan.
Come on, I don't like Mikana that much, but I watched the whole thing.
It was I don't know. It was really really weird. Like they were playing around with I guess like Zoom features. So they had like a video of Mikana playing behind the actual Mikana. And there was a point where there were like 10 Mikanas on screen.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you had to like, there's another thing, you had to like vote which out of the 4 like screens of Mikana was the real one.
Yeah, so this is YNN, so they had the Nico features like voting.
Yeah.
Which becomes really important for the next one, the next thing we're talking about. But yeah, I thought it was okay. Like it would only work like once as a joke. But I don't think they can like keep doing it.
Yeah.
It overstayed its welcome.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even just watching it, it's like, okay, I'm done.
Then again, that's how I do my Zoom calls now. Is like I've been just like using the background feature and like, putting a weird picture in the background.
Should put the picture of you on the background too.
So. That's so weird. That's like the wrestler Orange Cassidy, where he wears a shirt. It's just him on the shirt though. Yeah. Yeah. So this next one actually is probably like one of the best things they've ever done in the history of YNN.
Yeah,
that's a hot take.
I kind of agree. It was super fun. It's not as polished as I wish it could have been.
But like this brilliant like idea execution. Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Better, but...
The idea is genius.
So
the execution was just kind of like all over the place.
Yeah. So this is called Toki Remo, and I guess play off of some like dating sim series.
Oh my god, you don't know Toki Memo?
No, I'm not a.
Oh my god,
not a weeb.
It was on Dreamcast.
Or
that's how popular it was. Yes.
Yeah, so it's on Dreamcast. That's how popular it was. I don't think that's also good statement either.
That's not a good example.
Yeah.
It was a super popular dating sim, and it was I think it's the OG one too.
Probably the first to be like really popular.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely like the reason that like dating sims are popular. So you can blame this game.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So anyway, they did a dating sim game on YNN, and it's like live action dating sim. It's not even like live action and live, so it wasn't even like pre-recorded or anything.
Yeah, Anchu was the main character.
Yeah, so Ishizuka Akataro is her name.
His name.
Yeah, and it's like so
he meets 3 girls.
Meets 3 girls.
Yeah, generic high school setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 3 girls, the 3 choices, we had Nagisa, Kokona, and Wakapon.
And what's funny too is like it's an actual game, right? So when the girls will be talking to Anchu, and then she would have like choices on what to reply, and then they gave it to the audience to choose what the reply was.
Yeah, they voted, and she'd have to pick the one that they voted.
Yeah, and it was funny. What's funny is like, and this would only work with Anchu though, is because she would complain about the choices.
Yeah,
it's like, why are you making me say this? Because sometimes they would have like really stupid choices that like because they put that as a choice, like everyone would choose it.
Yeah.
Especially with Nagisa. I think like she fucked up the most with Nagisa. Like she didn't even get like one correct answer.
No, yeah. So at first it looked like it was I probably going to it. But actually one part I really liked was so it's live action, and so you know how dating games like you're waiting for them to make a choice. So they actually had literal like idle animations or poses while Anchu was deciding on the answer. So like you see like Nagisa like kind of like like
swaying around,
swaying back and forth, and like
it's like an actual dating sim.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And like that was probably my favorite part, just because like this dumb it's a real dumb thing, but it's like perfect.
I thought I found like the Wakapon thing was so fucking hilarious because they even changed the background music when she shows up.
Yeah,
they made her a wife,
sexy,
sexy wife
character,
and they have like jazz music playing in the background when she shows up.
And your dialogue choices are like telling her about the sale at the supermarket.
So this is really fresh for you, Jeff, right? Because you watched it recently.
I watched half of it yesterday. so I don't know who wins.
You know, spoiler: Wakapon wins.
Good.
Wakapon wins. If only because they screwed up so badly for the other two.
Yeah.
Like some of them, like they had like a lot of trick answers.
Like you spit a watermelon seed into Nagisa's eye or something.
Yeah.
No, so with Wakapon too, right? Actually, the final answer for her was it was the joke answer, and then but then apparently that was the correct one, because like the choice was like can you be my girlfriend, or can we be friends, or and the other ones, can you make me your slave? And then everyone chose the slave option. And apparently that was the correct answer for Wakapon.
I mean, you always gotta have that joke character,
Yeah.
right, in these games.
And you can tell some people were even sabotaging like the Nagisa answers too, because like they wanted like Kokona to win.
Yeah, they thought Kokona was like the easy route.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Taking it too seriously.
Kokona was easy route, but Anchu still lost Kokona because they had joke options too.
Had to go for the harem ending. Do well with all of them.
Yeah.
This is really funny because they had like the actual like happy ending, like cutscene or stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And after the stream, they actually like on Twitter, I think they posted like a clip of the sad ending scene. It's like this like thunderstorm over this like lone tree.
Yeah.
And it's like,
because you know what?
So
because they spent effort creating it, so they had to show it to everyone.
Yeah, you have to. Also, the funny thing was like I think there was like problems like with like the technical stuff, but like Anchu was like still playing in character. Like, oh man, this game's really buggy and glitchy.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like the green screen fell down, and you can see like staff behind them trying to fix it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this game's really buggy. At the end, she was talking about like part 2 or something, and then it was like, oh, I hope like they fix all the bugs in the next game.
They confirmed that they were going to do like part 2 or season 2. So both like probably with different members. So,
expansion pack.
That's
definitely really great. Definitely, if you get a chance to check that out.
I think this is like specifically Tokinimo though. Like this is one of those things that's way more fun if you're doing it in real time.
Yeah, because you actually vote.
Yeah, because you actually vote versus like watching. Most of the time, right? You can watch any of the streams like a day later or whatever. It wouldn't matter. But this one is like more fun because you're actually contributing to the story itself. So it's interactive.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how you follow up on like the greatest stream production of all time
with the second best stream.
Nah. Well, this got entered in like kind of late, but all right. Talk about.
This is the most popular stream they do.
Doesn't mean it's the best stream.
Well, it's best by certain metrics.
Mainstream standards.
If you're an Ion, Oshi is the best.
The only one. The funny thing is, like, the only one that I've watched like the whole thing through was the one that she's not on.
Well, there's a correlation there.
We're talking about Takeda BBQ part 4 or 5.
No, at this point it would be like,
it's a regular series.
Yeah,
they do one like every week. Yeah.
So yeah,
anyway,
Takeda BBQ is like a Yoshimoto geinin who's always had his own shows and stuff about like camping and grilling and cooking.
Yeah.
But then like starting fairly early on in the whole NMB like coronavirus streaming period, they did like Takeda BBQ with him on the weekend where he.
I think this was one of the first gimmicks that they did, right?
Yeah, and there was
one of the first really streams.
Yeah. So he teaches 3 members to cook certain recipes, and then it was received really, really well. So they kept doing it every week.
Yeah.
And then they even had one where like the members came up with recipes and taught him.
And the thing is, like, they always have. I mean, it's very specific though. So the only way you could do this is like if you had like a kitchen big enough to live stream from. And that reduces the number of members that you could choose to do it.
Yeah, Anchu can't do this from her like little apartment.
Yeah, so you'd have to actually have a member who lives in a house, I guess, to be able to do it. So, and then it had to be like entertaining enough to, you know, to be basically like live streaming while cooking, right? So you have to talk to the camera and everything. I enjoy watching it to find out like how rich Ayan is.
She like shows off her balcony. Cause like the fact that she has a real charcoal grill.
One time they were like, "Oh, we're gonna grill this in the oven," and then she fucking like walks to her balcony, and then she has like a charcoal grill on it. Yeah. And then her fancy plates, like that's the highlight of the whole show.
Yeah.
Ayam pulls out her like she has like the wooden plates and shit.
Yeah. The kind that's like just flat and no rim on the side, so it's like, ooh, classy.
Yeah.
But hey, it got my friend Rich. He started watching it for Ayan, but then he started following Wakapon because of it.
Oh, Wakapon's back, I guess. The next one. It's Wakapon, Ayan, and Momone. Momone is the other regular. Basically, the regulars are Momone and Ayan. And then they alternate the third one. Except for that one show that Ayan had Zoom calls. There's no Zoom calls today, Matt? Or tomorrow?
No, not this weekend. No. Oh. This is the one break they have.
That's why we're recording.
Oh, okay.
Also good, yeah, it's good enough. Okay, then let's move on. And another's YNN production. This is Minami Danboru.
They had this one's really funny because they had a job interview.
Yeah, so they're interviewing 3 new candidates for the work at the cardboard company.
Yeah,
and it's all done like remotely, theoretically.
Yeah, it was a Zoom interview.
Yeah, Zoom interview, but they're all in the same building, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, except for Saipi, I think she wasn't.
Saipi's never there. She's always in some weird place that isn't her house either.
Yeah.
The thing with this I thought was really funny is like, so they'd show like their like real resume, like the past history and stuff, and it's like there's like continuity from like the YNN. It's like it's
YNN cinematic universe, right?
Yeah, it's its own universe, and so like they're like their education is YNN college, 24-hour college, December 2019.
I think who had the most fucked up resume? It was either Shinshin or Harakaren.
I think Harakaren because she just had Pio like on every single line. But then she also had like Aiken grade 3 or something on there too. And then like, oh, can you speak English? She's like, hello.
Hey, that's Aiken. What else? And I think connected to that is that they had like quote unquote an accident where they accidentally showed like some dudes on the stream.
Yeah, one of them I think was like the staff, and then one of them actually was like a character,
a guy in a suit.
Yeah,
and the name said like asterisk.
Yeah, and people thought it was like someone Zoom bombed them. And I don't know, it was really weird. Like even after finding out the real thing, but it was still sounded stupid. So the next day it was Hasa's like Seitansai birthday show, and then they announced that this guy who Zoom bombed them was the president of like one of the I don't even know. He's like a big cardboard company in Japan, and they were partnering up with Hasa's company. It was super dumb, but even got on the news because of how dumb it is.
Yeah.
And they called it like Minami Hasa's like imaginary cardboard company ties up with like a real cardboard company. So we don't know what they're gonna be doing. Probably nothing.
But they are like selling goods with this.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the actual company, right?
No, it's just with the show. So it's like show goods.
Well, the real company is like not. They don't make cardboard, but they like provide printers for cardboard. So like if you want to order like big cardboard signs, that they would provide that. So like they printed these goods for her, I guess. I actually looked up their company's website. Yeah.
Okay, so then let's see. Our last piece of content we're gonna talk about is Village Vanguard goods part 2.
Yeah.
They're back. They're back again.
So
more
like
goods. What did they do this time?
So like a month ago, they had the first planning meeting with a second set of members to plan some Village Vanguard goods. It was Chihi, Rikati, Marin, and Shiori. And then, so due to like some meetings they had with the actual Village Vanguard staff, it took a long time for them to decide. But then a week or so ago, they finally had the second meeting where they revealed whose goods got picked. So again, they picked all 4 members. So they're gonna release like a Chihi designed toilet paper that has like members' slogans printed on them. Rikati designed a yoga mat. Shiori has a like clothes hanger with the member's face on it, so it looks like they're wearing your clothes. And then Marin designed like a plushie thing for like little characters that represent. So those are gonna go on sale soon. So keep an eye out.
Should check those out. Cool. On our minds, speaking of Village Vanguard, it's not going to show on the air, but I did get this, the giant Anchu face bag. I was like looking at the stuff and like, oh wait, why is that on there? And I bought it. I just impulse bought it.
So you're gonna show her on the next Zoom call?
Yeah, actually I got that like maybe like 2 or 3 hours after I had a Zoom call with her.
You should like put it on your wall, like have Mario holding it.
Yeah, so put it like on that door behind me.
Put it over Mario's face.
I don't know if it'll line up. Anyway, yeah, that's a dumb thing. Cool. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Dun 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 dun. Boy 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 dun 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 dun. Ba la 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 ba la 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 ba la la ba. Dun 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 dun. ソン1曲あなたの風はシャー.
Alright, and we're back. So next, we had some more Zoom calls this month, and we're going to talk about those briefly, real quick. Kind of just like give you a bit of recap of what's going on with that. So they did, first round was like 1 slot per day. Then they did a second round, which was 3 slots per day, 20 tickets per slot. And we found it had some discoveries, some like revelations. I first thought, okay, you can't win more than 1 ticket per member per day. Apparently that's been disproven, as we have heard from other resources. But the odds are still kind of weird, as we learned from the 3rd slot results, which are now going to be in July. The 3rd round results are going to be in July. In which case, they keep on changing stuff. So first it was 1 slot, then it's 3 slots. Now Symbiosis get 6 slots, and non-Symbiosis members get 2 slots. And it's all kinds of messiness.
They even added during the weekday in the evening.
Yeah.
3 slots for every, like each member will go 1 day.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, there's weekday slots, like weeknight slots rather, that they can do, in addition to the normal weekends. And these are all like on the front half of July, which makes me think, and they haven't even listed like, oh yeah, early July Zoom call special festival bullshit. That's the full title. And it makes me think, yeah, they're probably going to do more for the back half of July. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about round 2, the ones that happened this month. Jeff, you only got Chihi this time, right?
Yeah.
Still. And you got fewer than usual. You got screwed by the RNG.
So, I mean, in round 1, back when we didn't know it was Zoom, I thought, oh, this is really a rare opportunity to do the call. So I applied for like 15 tickets per slot or something. And then I found out you can only win 1. But then yeah, round 2 I kind of reduced that number, but still was like quite a number of tickets per slot. But then yeah, we ran into the hard limits where you could only really, for like some of the popular members, you could only win 2 slots total out of the like 4 dates they were doing. And then like basically every Chihi Oshi I know on Twitter had the same limit. So I got kind of screwed by that. But then now in round 3, with Senbatsu expanding to 6 slots per day across 4 days, like it seems like everyone's winning really easily. Like I won every single slot that I applied for, regardless of how many tickets I threw in for each slot.
Doesn't that just mean that they're not popular?
There's way too much supply for the demand right now. But that's even the case for like Miru and Kokona. Like I know people who won them with just 1 ticket.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for me, so for the second round, like I won all 4 Anchu days, and then I also won Karakaran again, and then I also expanded my things. So I threw like a Hail Mary ticket at Nagisa and Wakapon. I lost Nagisa, but I won Wakapon. So I expanded beyond that. So Anchu, I just kind of insulted her to her face. Like when I did like my report, like the translation is very different from what the actual wording is, but it's like, oh,
so
man,
fake news,
really
Matt.
Tired.
Fake news,
Matt. Yep. But it was like, oh, you're really tired. I was really tired from Cerebration. I was like, yeah, I am. And like, yeah, no shit, you are. Like I kind of like said it to her, and then I tried to talk to her about Monster Energy one time. Like I said, my background to like, a bunch of like Monster.
Does she know what Monster is?
Yeah, she's like, oh, Monster. So
it's everywhere in Konbini here.
Yeah, whether people actually drink, but I also have like coworkers who like they see the can, like, what's that? Because I've never seen it before,
I mean,
but they're also
to be fair, like I didn't know what Monster was like until I met you, I guess.
What?
It was like, what the? Like, I just see it in a konbini, right?
Because
like, what the fuck is this?
Because you don't drink sugary caffeine.
No, like I know members drink like Red Bull or something, and they used to hide this fact, but then eventually they were like very open about it.
That Red Bull was taboo.
Yeah, energy drinks are like, kind of a weird thing.
Yeah. But now, like, Harukaran, she's, like, advertising the pink Monster can. I think just because it's pink.
I got it because of her.
I got it because it's good flavor. It's like this punch flavor.
No, I'm not a fan of energy drinks. I'm not a fan of sports drinks, actually. So.
No Aquarius for you.
No, I think it's disgusting.
I think the disgusting is Pocari Sweat because just the name of it.
No, both of them. Like I think Aquarius and Pocari Sweat taste exactly the same, and both of them like taste like some like a crap version of like a lime
salty
drink.
water. Yeah, salty lime water.
Yeah, just get salty lychee instead.
Yeah, that was really good. Especially like Dead Summer, like that's the best thing to have.
But I'll talk briefly about my walk-up call. So this is like my first like kind of. Well, I mean, I did go to her once last year, but it was like kind of a weird like. Didn't leave an impression. I think when I went to her.
That's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do. Yeah, for me. So anyway, I did the Hail Mary and I got a ticket for her, and then I had an original plan, but I changed it, and then I found out, she likes Jurassic Park. She talked about it in the showroom, so I changed my background to. A funny zoom background of like the Jurassic Park raptor scene where like they're in the kitchen, but it like cropped out the kids, so it's like I'm hiding behind the table while the raptors are looking for me. She thought that was interesting, but I showed like I did it, but it's definitely an example of like, hey, when you don't have ninchi, these are kind of awkward. Like you don't have like that recognition with the member. It's definitely kind of a weird feeling versus like when I had Harukaran and Anchu.
Yeah. And that's why I've been reluctant to like branch out to other members. Once you get to this kind of level, it's hard to go back and start over with others.
Yeah, but also it's like in the current like the unprecedented times that we're in right now, you might have to if you actually want to like kind of expand your horizon. You're gonna have to like do this, try it. It'll be awkward. It's gonna be painful at first, but you definitely have to do it.
But there's also like some things that could help, like again the fact that you can set a zoom background. or like they see your name on the corner of the screen. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know, gives you a little bit more help for getting.
I think
Yes.
I think that was Andy's point, right? Like there are certain things that you can only do in Zoom, so you should try to do it.
take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, with that, like, so Jurassic Park, I think that broke the ice with me and Wakapon.
Yeah.
So, and then she had this like weird
It's a
cow
cow.
pasture background. It's so random.
Yeah. I mean that's what I've been trying to do with my TV call.
You said yours is a K-pop, right?
Yeah, so I talked about like a K-pop group she did this K-pop dance recently, so I did set their picture as the background and talked about that. It was like, oh, asking who her favorite member was, and then like pointing at the members, and then like you can like show off things that you have at home. So like I showed off my like baseball caps, things like that.
Oh, right, I remember that was funny.
Actually, I think the best thing would be if you had dogs.
Yeah, even I remember even the very first week, like I saw one Chihi Oshi I know. They looked at the rule saying like, oh, you can't have other people on screen, but they actually emailed the staff, asked, oh, can I have my dog on screen? And the staff said okay for dogs. So, and who doesn't love cute animals? So
Yeah. So it actually helps you out, right?
yeah. So I have like, since I won all the slots I applied for, I'm gonna need a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna try to like think of things I can only do in Zoom.
Yeah, it's like one of them is on 4th of July, so I was planning to like talk about Independence Day with like the members. I'm gonna have my background set to his American flag.
Oh, I thought you meant Independence Day the movie. So you would have like the alien,
the UFO thing blasting.
Yeah,
they might know. They might know more about that.
Yeah, that's probably actually true. I might try to get Wakapon talk to her about that. Do a Wakapon news segment with her on Independence Day, the holiday, not the movie.
Why not both?
Welcome to Earth. Yeah. Okay. There's that. One also quick thing with Harukaran. Apparently, I guess when you say Pito Pito, you get like a time extension on your Zoom call because mine was still like 45 seconds this time. Like it adds like 3 seconds to your Zoom call every time you say Pito Pito.
I think it's the same as like normal handshakes where it depends on the Hagashi, right? Yeah, even with normal handshakes, if you have like a Hagashi who doesn't like touching people, then it becomes much easier because like you just keep conversing with the member, right? And then so if you get the Hagashi where they actually like respect your space, then they won't cut you off. So you just do Piro Piro like for 10 extra seconds. But if it's like an aggressive one, then they'll just cut you off like directly.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, what happened with this round of calls? Actually, so because we knew it was Zoom, we actually kind of like told like other people like in the Discord channel, hey, you guys, this is like your chance if you want to do Zoom calls. And some people actually answered the call and did some of these Zoom calls. So I'm just kind of looking at some of the reports. So we have Ombre Kachi. He went to he had Saipi and Suchan, I believe. And I guess he was just, let's see. Oh, I guess he started talking in English. I guess they tried speaking in English a bit. I guess his plan was like he was going to try to speak in Korean to her because I guess his Korean was better than his Japanese. But I guess because he started in English, they just like kept the conversation going in English and it was very basic. So it sounds like he enjoyed it. He was more nervous about the actual staff part, like when they're talking to you, because he didn't know what they're saying. And that's like when I realized like the realization is you just say hi wakarimashita. And that's actually pretty intriguing. You probably get through like any kind of like situation in Japan, just like knowing those phrases. Ahu, I guess, also saw Saipi. And I think he tried telling her he's from Maldives. Maldives. And I guess like do you know Maldives? Like nope. And I'm like, to be fair, like, I also don't know where Maldives is. I thought it was like in the South Pacific.
It's in Africa.
It's like near India.
No, it's off the coast of India.
Yeah.
See, even I don't know.
That's pretty funny. I guess there's also like some other people who were doing it. I guess there was like some technical issues like that first weekend. I guess like lag or delay with Zoom, where it was like how it was described as like, you know, like on the newscast, or like they're like shifting over to someone on the field and it's that weird delay.
Yeah.
And then like they start talking. It's like,
I think it depends on like the members' internet connection.
Maybe,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one member had one person had it with Midru. I guess it was like really like delayed significantly.
Yeah.
But it seems like most people enjoyed what they did. Like a couple of them already bought more tickets for the third round and won them already. So
I think this is like a perfect thing for international fans, because you don't need to get an airplane to Japan, right? You can do it, and
it's a fraction of the cost.
It doesn't even take a lot of your time, because at most you wasted like an hour of your life.
Yeah, especially because they changed the whole thing where now it's like a 30-minute window. And, yeah. It's just the only issue would be time zones. You have to make sure, hey, because it's probably like middle of the night when they have their calls. We did have like a comment on the last video about like a couple things regarding that. I think it was from Danny, who he was the guy who went to Yuri's concert with me and Ferris.
Oh yeah,
Yuri's grad concert from American. Friend of the show, Danny. Shout out. Okay, so here's what Danny wrote. He said, "Here's what's stopping me. Number one, you aren't guaranteed a Zoom call, which is fair. Number two, I don't really understand how the system works. Some sort of guide from start to finish of exactly how to do this thing would be helpful. And then there's three, the whole scheduling thing. It's the middle of the night for us, and that's a long wait for who knows how long before you actually get your 30 seconds. Yeah, I think this was before we actually clarified it was actually a 30-minute period.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it. So there's a lot more. It's not a weird like thing.
It's much better now, right? Because now it's a 30-minute block, so you can choose your 30-minute block. Well, number one, you aren't guaranteed a Zoom call. I mean, yes. Sorry. Yes. I mean that's a problem. I don't know how to fix. I don't know if they even want to fix it, but
it's a weird system, yeah. Because I had my realization this third. That's why I'm drinking. Like now, I'm on like strong 0.26 right now. I've been drinking while we're talking this whole time. So this next Zoom call round 3. So one of the call days was on July 11th, which is Anchu's birthday.
Yeah.
She had 2 slots. I applied. I dropped 30 tickets on those dates, on those slots. I didn't win either of them. I was so mad. I was like, I won all the other ones, well, except for like the 5th, but whatever. That's a weird day. I didn't win. I won all the other ones, but I'm more pissed that I didn't win either of those ones.
Because you dropped 30 tickets on them and they still.
Yeah, but also because it was the birthday. Because like that's the more important thing. I mean, but on all the other ones, I dropped fewer tickets. I did like 5 per day, and then for the other random members, which I'll mention briefly, I got Harakara and Wakapon, Nagisa, Shogumarin, and that's it.
I think the Senbatsu became really easy because they expanded the slots, and the non-Senbatsu became like a fight to the death.
Harder. Harder, because it's 20 tickets or 40 tickets versus 120. So.
Yeah. I think what happened is that they're trying to maximize the number of people who get any slots. So then, being her birthday, like the most number of people applied on that date. Saying like, oh, I want to say happy birthday to her. But then, like, since the other days were easier, then maybe they prioritized giving them to you, and then they prioritized...
Oh, that's fucked. That's fucked though. Like, you know,
they gave the 11th to like the people who only applied that day.
That's really unfair to Matt then.
Yeah, because also I was like reading, I was like, I told you guys off air, but like I was Twitter stalking the other Anchu Oshis on Twitter, and like they're all saying they didn't have any record of winning the 11th either.
So it's all the casuals who only applied on the 11th.
Yeah, like fucking like I don't know, like a Momone Oshi probably like bought it just because.
Oh, it's her birthday.
Yeah. I got the day after, so it's like not too bad. That was kind of like my insurance policy. If I didn't get the second if I can get either those days on the 11th, at least I could tell her the day after.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Yeah, so however they're doing it, it's not ideal. It's not like the old way of handshake tickets.
Where it's like, well, it's right now, because right now, yeah, it's pay first, lose later.
Yeah.
Is the way we describe it. Which sounds really fucked up when you think about it. Whereas with the normal handshakes, it's you win first and then pay for the ones you win, not the ones you lose. So.
Yeah. They really need to figure something out about that, because eventually, you can see, right, like people are losing interest in it.
That's why you're able to win some of these Sabatsu members with one ticket.
Yeah.
And I think some of these there is a point of diminishing returns of how many enter. Andy gives me shit for putting in so many into Anchu, but for me it's more like a peace of mind.
Yeah, to make sure that you get it.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get that because I want it really badly. I don't need to just throw willy-nilly.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You pay for the
peace of mind,
the security. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
security deposit that you don't get back.
Yeah. But yeah, I think eventually they're gonna have to figure something out, because it's pretty dumb. It used to be 1:1, right? So they have to figure out something to make it 1:1. But they might not do it. They might not do it for this single though. They might do it for the next one.
I think they're in too deep.
Yeah, they're in too deep. I mean, are we going to talk about the other one?
Yeah. So I guess it also could bring back to point 2. I don't know how to sign up. So actually, that was prompted me to do this over the course of 2 nights. I made this handy dandy infographic on basically how to sign up on Fortune Music, translated in English, with boxes and arrows telling you, hey, push this button, enter this, push this button.
Yeah.
And it's all on Twitter. You can definitely check out. I have a link on that. It's also pinned on my Twitter account. So if you are interested, definitely check that out. It's pretty easy. Actually, quite a few people who did sign up for these Zoom calls did also use that guide. So there's that. As for getting a proxy or some way to get those tickets and stuff, that's another can of worms that we won't open here.
Yeah.
Another comment here is from Suzu. Yamada Suzu?
Hey,
Suzu.
She watches.
Yep. Suzu. She says, I think a drawback for these Zoom calls for foreign fans not living in Japan is it could be very new to people who have yet to experience a single handshake. The whole experience would be really new. There will also be the obvious language barrier in addition to not being used to it, so that the 30 seconds can pass by with a single hajime mashite. But, of course, there won't be any better chance than this to meet and talk with them, so you gotta be bolder in the end. He also has a PS here for Ryan. PS, can't wait for Ryan to develop his character and turn into a Mikana Oshi.
It's not gonna happen.
But that's a good point to the whole, if you are new to this scenario, it's definitely a very... It's
a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand what I guess it's Suzu she is I'm not really sure what Suzu is saying, in that it is different. It is completely not the handshake experience. But then again, that shouldn't be what makes you that shouldn't be something that discourages you from doing it, because even if it is not the normal handshake experience, it's a new experience. It's your only chance to get to meet these girls, right? Bar getting on a plane, going to Japan, and going to an actual event. Right?
Which even doing that is not possible right now.
Well, right now it's not possible.
This is literally your only chance.
Yeah. So I do understand. It is probably very terrifying to do. If you've never done it before, but I mean, you've done Zoom calls with your friends or whatever, right? Just treat it like that. It's nothing.
The only difference is just the language barrier, because you aren't doing it in English.
That's
all. That's an issue, even if it was a normal handshake. Also.
Yeah. Yes, and no, because members are mostly used to dealing with foreigners, with really terrible Japanese. So I wouldn't be worried about it.
I feel attacked.
Yeah,
right now.
I wouldn't be too worried about it if it's your first time. If you want to be a regular with a member event, that's a different thing, because there's only so many times you can say, hi, my name is Matt, I'm from America.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, that works the first time. That works the first time, but it's gonna be really dumb if it's like your fifth time and you're still saying that.
Hey, you gotta get that ninchi. You gotta make sure they remember you.
Oh, it's Matt again.
So that's the funny thing with like Wakapon. I didn't even introduce myself. I just like went right into Jurassic Park. So it was like
because it's pointless. So Andy talks about that because why would you use like whatever 1,000 yen, right? And this is probably more than 1,000 yen. Why would you use like that money to use to go through a template interaction, right? Like it's gonna be because like the standard thing is like, oh, my name is Matt, I'm from America, and then their reaction is gonna be, oh, America, I want to go there someday.
Hamburger.
Yeah, I want to eat some hamburgers.
Disneyland.
Yeah, so if you say something that I come from California, and they'll be like, oh, I want to go to Disneyland.
Full house.
The Full House to San Francisco. So, or you say, oh, I'm from New York. They're going to be like, oh, I want to see the Statue of Liberty.
Or Yankees or whatever. They're trying to say Seattle, they say Mariners. So yeah, they'll probably say
do they say the Mariners?
Yeah, they say Mariners.
They only know Ichiro.
Because that's the only thing they know about Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you say, oh, I'm from Indiana.
Oh, Indy Jones.
Shout out to Nathan.
so like, and then right. So like, why do you want those template interactions? I mean, sometimes they're good, I guess, but if you don't care for them, then you should just like skip the whole part. Especially if you look obviously foreign, then it's not. If you're Asian American, then that's the hard part, I guess, because they're gonna assume that you speak Japanese.
I think good thing though, I think some of the people who were doing these for the first time, they actually had like kind of a script planned out, which I think is definitely a great idea. Have a script planned out for what you want to say in Japanese, whether it's like, you know, Romanized or whatever, just so like you have some kind of game plan, what you want to say, you know, plan it accordingly, because you do have 30 seconds, but obviously don't give them like don't do a whole TED talk on like the freaking
Washington is the has the what were you saying yesterday? Like the most apples or something? Is the leading apple producer in the US.
That'd be a good thing to ask them is how many apples could you eat in one sitting. See, also like that. That's also a great like handshake conversation ideas. Come up with some like really funny question or weird like out of the ordinary question. Just kind of.
Don't you ask them about like the duck size horses or something?
Horses, yeah. That's like a really interesting thing. I mean, that's like they're so used to like the kawaii. I watched your radio or watched your showroom, and that's like kind of old hat. Like they just like on autopilot for that. So you give them a roll, a curveball, makes them like break them out of the programming, and then they can like actually respond like more naturally or interesting.
I always ask members I don't care about like what their favorite X is. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite cartoon character? What's your favorite food?
Well, that only works in the national handshakes when you only have 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to carry on that conversation for 10 seconds.
Exactly. And like I've asked like so many members this question, and I don't even remember their answers.
Just getting through you to get to Yuri.
Yes. But I mean, this is a completely different topic, right? Like handshake topics. But like, yeah, we could do like an entire like meta topic about that.
Yeah. One last thing. There's another response to their PS to Ryan.
You don't need to read all of them.
From Vladimir Prada. He's obviously a closet Kojin Inoshi. I guess because you were talking about how much Kojin was like last time.
Was I talking about Kojin?
Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's it for Zoom call. So yeah, really cool if you can do it. Definitely hit us up if you are planning to or wanting to do it, and also if you like want to let us know what your experience is. Definitely hit us up in the comments.
Matt, or does Andy help people? I don't even know. Like Matt or Andy will help you, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So then there's other thing, I guess, kind of related to Zoom and maybe affecting NMB in the near future. Who can say? I have no idea really what this is, but SK, HKT, and NGT are shaking up their handshake formulas with something else. Was it like with Line?
So HKT and NGT are using this app developed by Line, where you can chat one-on-one with the members. And I think, are they selling new events with it, or are they just using old events?
No, new events.
I think
new events.
HKT might be converting because they were dumb and planned their events while the coronavirus was happening.
For July.
Like, it was not July. I think it was also May even.
No, it was May. It was May. I remember this.
May and July.
Yeah. Because I remember like in February thinking, oh, that's May's far away. It's probably gonna be fine by May.
Oh, how innocent we were.
Yes.
But
NGT is like completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the big thing is that their format is similar to handshakes in that you only pay for the amount that you win, and then one ticket is 10 seconds.
Yeah, and we were talking about this, right? Like, obviously, this is more fair, and they should totally do something
more
like this.
More cost effective, yeah.
But then the question is then like how would the logistics of this work, right? Because I can imagine it would be like a massive shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they sell like really, really few tickets.
Which is what NMB has been doing with these.
No, NMB sells a lot of tickets. They just make they just win. You just win
slots,
a few.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it could be like just really competitive if they sell.
Yeah, but then you don't need to pay if you lose, right?
Yeah.
So if they sell like really, really few, but it's more fair.
And we know that these companies are all about fairness.
Exactly. That's why I'm suspicious of like what HKT and GT is doing. But if they're able to actually do it, then I'm like all for NMB just copying it.
Yeah.
And to segue to that, what I don't want NMB to copy is like whatever the hell SKE is doing.
Yes, they're selling like a completely. Well, so I think
they're not selling it. They're
not selling new events. They're making up old event tickets, but they changed it to that it's actually an in-person event, but you have to stay 6 meters away from the member.
6 meters away, which is how many feet is that, Matt? It's like 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's like smoking distance. Like
so 6 yards.
Smoke outside.
A little more than 6 yards, but yeah. So. But then at that distance, you can't really see or hear them that clearly, so you still have to talk through a tablet. So it's like,
will they have plexiglass? I think they will, right? They probably will. Yeah.
You know how far the word pen can fly.
You can't talk about pens in English.
So wait, how far is 20 feet? We should like this.
It's like 7 meters.
6 meters.
6 meters. Just talk about 6 meters.
About 6.5.
It's like 2-story building or something.
So okay, so if we were, for example, 6 meters away from each other, like what would be a good? What would be a good like
There's like
analog to it.
Like
it's like
a car
shouting at someone on the.
How many cars away is that?
Like 1.5 cars or something.
1.5 cars away.
I would say like one end of a classroom to the other end of the classroom.
Yeah.
Like across the classroom.
Okay, that's
like
really,
on far ends.
That's pretty far.
And then imagine how many other members are doing that at the same time, like in the other lanes.
Yeah. Oh, is it like a full lane or less than a full lane?
I don't know, but they are doing this at these like big venues, right? The convention centers.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking like if you go to like Pacifico, right? Like they have the lanes there. Mm-hmm. So is it like from the uketsuke? From ticket check until the member itself?
I think so. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's really far.
That actually seems really far. Unless it's for like maybe half the distance of that.
Yeah, okay, maybe half of that.
Like,
that's way too far.
Either way, yeah, it's nothing like talking up close with them.
I can see it being like the end of like the bag drop off, like the far end away from the member. That could be.
Oh, okay, yeah. The end of bag drop off until the member.
not the closest one, but the farthest one, like the very first one you see when coming in. Yeah.
No, that's way too close.
No, so the table.
Why are we?
So
why
it's
are
like
you...
4.
It's 6 meters, guys. There's a defined distance by the speed of light.
No, we're going by baggage claim units. Bag units.
Yeah, bag units.
How many Akashkai bags?
Anyways, it's too far to actually hold a conversation, so they're using iPads, I think.
I was gonna say, if you had to yell, that'd be like.
Oh my god! Imagine having to fucking travel to like Aichi Sky Expo, because this is gonna be an Aichi Sky Expo, right?
Yeah.
You have to travel all the way to that like shithole, and then being 6 meters away and having to talk to the members through an iPad.
Yeah, and right now it's only limited to people who live in Aichi.
Yeah,
So...
I don't even know how they're gonna check that.
Your address, I guess.
So what if you're like one of those people who don't change their addresses?
Well,
Like
you just moved.
yeah. So my friend Takumi, right? His address is still Nara, and he's lived in Tokyo for like 10 years or something, because he doesn't care to change the address.
well, I mean, you have people arguing that like Gifu is way closer than like the far parts of Aichi, so
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter. The borders are arbitrary.
Yeah.
Also, isn't like USJ only open to Kansai?
People who live in Kansai, yeah.
Kansai 9 Osaka.
Then so Mie wants to be part of Kansai.
Wakayama.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wakayama's so fucking far, but it's still
Yeah.
Kansai.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I see the SKE format as kind of worst of both worlds. Because it's like in person, but it's really limited, and you're still talking through an iPad.
Yeah, but that resolves the problem of like limited slots. They can do like 500. They can do like 500 slots.
You have to sanitize that iPad a lot though. It's like wipe it down, alcohol wipe every single time.
Well, I mean, as long as no one's touching it between.
No, you'd be talking to it.
Don't you have to hold it, or it's gonna be like on a fucking like pedestal?
Yeah, it's gonna. They're gonna have like a robotic arm.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the Pepper.
It's gonna be on the
Soft
an
robot.
eyeball. It's gonna be on an eyeball.
Yeah.
At this point, just have the robot like copy the idol's movements and shake hands with it.
Should like wouldn't the members like face be over where the head is?
Yeah, it's gonna be like Pepper, like except that there's an iPad on her head.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope this doesn't catch. Like,
they have to probably if they want to like, especially like they have like the backlog of all the AKB handshakes from this year.
Yeah.
They need to somehow like make that happen.
Yeah, I mean they do, but I'm
That's,
still
like, the
hoping.
best they
I'm
can
still
do.
hoping for the prison visit though. Like, what's the difference between doing that and the prison visit?
2 years.
Because, like, maybe it's expensive. I don't know. So you get the acrylic glass, right, and then the hole.
I think they're cheaper than iPads.
That's true. So why can't they do prison
They
visits?
still have all the iPads from the Kuji.
Yeah. You know, Jeff. They
The
do.
only problem is they
still
won't
have
be able to do those actual prizes like the dumb sign cards or the selfies.
Yeah, whatever. Like,
Take a selfie with the iPad. You have your like little square in the corner. Hey, it's a selfie. It's like I took a screenshot. And then you have to like email it to yourself.
No, so what's prevent? So like the SKE model, right, versus like the prison visit. Is it just like the cost of like the acrylic glass?
I think it's still just like the whole.
They just don't want you to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, it's just way too many. It's more riskier.
Coronavirus doesn't get through glass.
It's fact.
I mean, it is fact.
I don't know. I think maybe like people complain that like having the glass will make it hard to hear. So then you need like a device
Speaker.
like the iPad. I don't know.
And you have to, like, then it's also hard to hear if you're in a freaking convention center and everyone else is yelling at an iPad.
Yeah.
You have to, like, you have to get earbuds.
You have the earphones.
That's another. And you bring your own earbuds, I guess, because you don't want to use shared ones.
Or you have to have like Bluetooth, right? And then you have to pair with it. Oh shit, it's not pairing.
Yeah, definitely there will be complaints about any method, but I think there's a lot more complaints with this one than like a prison visit.
Yeah, I think the prison visit is just like it's too soon.
Why?
This is like the stopgap.
I think that's the next step, though. I mean,
we've seen...
completely. I think the prison visit is the next step.
We've seen like underground idol groups do like selfies with a plastic sheet in between them and the fan, and like they even like hug or like do a heart like two sides of the
through the plastic sheet.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's, but I think I don't know. Like I'm criticizing the SK model, but I think it is a necessary step to get to the prison visit, because I think the prison visit is gonna be the
final step.
The final step, because like until like coronavirus is eradicated, like we're not getting handshakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I commend them for being brave and taking the first step.
Yeah, because they're gonna get shit on completely. Like people are gonna be like, "Yo, guys are stupid. Why are you doing this?" But it is a necessary step. And prison visits are gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
On that happy note.
Yep. Yeah, you can catch us on iTunes and Spotify and all the other good stuff.
Are we on Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
Oh, really?
I think so. Like I think the Libsyn, I think it just like goes to everywhere. So if you have podcast lists, you can find that. You're also on YouTube, which you may be hearing that. If you want to comment, send us questions or comments about anything we said on this show, on previous shows, talk about your Zoom call experiences, or ask us about Zoom calls. Feel free to do that.
Yeah, if you need help on anything, like
Matt
is more than happy to help you.
Yep.
Just
at me at frowndog06. And I'll get there. I may, if I block you, I'm sorry. Maybe entered the number wrong. Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. With links to that there. You can also join the international NMB Discord. That's where pretty much I think at this point.
Man, that place is dead.
You say now. It was bumping last weekend. We're sharing all our Zoom calls, and then they were watching.
We talk about our streams.
Talk about the streams. Yeah, whenever there's like activity actually going on, I think it's just like the state of NMB. Like when there's actually stuff going on, like live streams or then like on our weekends when we do like the concert streams of random shows.
There should be more fights about like who's the better fan, like the one the other day.
So yeah, you can go there, check that out. We have a link there for that. Join us there, and so I think that's gonna do it for this edition of NMB Takoyaki Party. We'll see you again next month. Have a good day.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me! Hey! Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Hey! Oh! Don't touch me!